Welcome back to Chessington and our update from the park for the beginning of summer, and as you can see we will start down here in Amazu, which is still closed. Actually, this seems a much bigger project than we kind of initially thought, as they are changing the monkey enclosure, which used to be the walkthrough. I'm not sure if it's still going to be a walkthrough, to be honest with you, but it is being changed and feels like it's sort of being, I don't know, maybe made a bit longer right the way down, but we'll see. We'll see as this opens exactly what this looks like. There's quite a lot going on in the zoo as well, and you will see that Safari is currently closed. I'm not sure if work has started up the top end, but certainly down in Amazu there's no access to walk around by the monkeys, but you can still access from the bottom and the top if you want to see the penguins, and of course want to use Amazu tree top adventures. But a lot of work going on in this area. Of course, the park's remaining hornbill has now left the park, leaving an empty enclosure that went off to Birdworld. It'll be interesting to see what happens here, but as we said, the path to Safari is currently closed, and it is closed from both directions as well. No real news on why and why you couldn't go up to the owls to see the owls, even if they blocked it off at kind of where they do the giraffe sneak peeks. But it's all closed, which is a little bit of a shame. Not sure if this is a long-term thing or if it just happened to be on the day that we visited, but we can't see any work going on here at the moment, and of course it was specified that it would be closed all day, so no Safari. Again, not sure how long that will be for. Of course, we turn to Paw Patrol, and as you can see, groundwork is really progressing. What looks like a path is starting to progress, and it does look like as well they are starting to remove some of the excess dirt which has been on site, or gravel, or whatever it is, to be honest with you, which has been on site. And you can see that groundwork for the coaster, or the pins, are pretty much in. I don't think it'll be too long until we see supports and indeed track here around the area, as that does look like that will be the priority ride that will be going in. But it does look like a path is sort of being carved out along there. Whether or not that will be a walkway or part of the queue, we'll wait to see. But there is still a lot of dirt on site, like a lot of dirt. This is going right over the massive fence they've got, and some of it is being removed, but I do wonder whether some of it is being used elsewhere. But upgrades around the park, as you can see, we did mention it last time, but we caught it this time. The eyes are working on the snake, but look at this. Gruffalo, not only are the projections working at the lift hill, we have the smoke screen back. This hasn't been on for years. It hasn't even been there for years, but it is back, which is great to see. And following on as well from Frazzle, I'll update on Frazzle, where he's had loads of new bits in. You will see now, there is a bit of dragon back. That is right. It looks like Frazzle is very close to returning. Now we can kind of see the claws and the tail come out, and it's all been lovely painted. It has been blacked off at the front, so we believe Frazzle is indeed inside. He's not ready quite yet to make an appearance, but it doesn't look like it'll be long. Now, really sad news is we did lose another one of the park's tigers, so Kalinka is the only tiger left, and we're not expecting any more to come to land of the tiger. And also the closure as well of Elmer's Flying Jumbos, which has been closed since the 12th of July for no reason really that we know of, but currently not open. Now, as we look over to the Wild Asia site, views are getting a little bit more difficult to see, as we have had a fence go up. Now, I don't want to say this green fence reminds me of something, but this green fence is clearly green for a reason. But as we look, the land has indeed been completely flattened off. A lot of the clearing that was left there has now been removed. There's a few bits and pieces going on, but as you'd expect, groundwork will probably get this completely flat before they start work on the building, which we'd expect to go up first for the new coaster, and then see kind of, you know, other parts come together. But there's a lot of work to do here. I mean, they've got a long time to do it, in fairness. There's a lot of work to do here. Now, out the back end where Cobra was being stored, Cobra is still there, and funnily enough, it's been moved. It's sort of moved around the site a little bit as well. Again, we love seeing this. It's fascinating to see it all together and just all sort of waiting for its upgrades to its new area. It's really cool to see. Of course, summer has started at the park. That's right, entertainments are back at the park, and here are some snippets from a completely redesigned main stage. That's happened really quickly since our last visit. The Seatopia has gone and we've got a much more neutral sort of look to it, and it will be showing wild beats over the summer, which is part of the summer festival. There is also the stage down in the Adventure Point, which seems to be a bit more Shipwreck Coast. However, the show is so interactive.
It's time to make some wild beats. Make some noise for the hostess with the mostess, the princess of Purr. It's MC Meowie.
Pirates, welcome to Shipwreck Coast, where only the bravest and boldest of sea folk have survived these here waters. You think you'd be brave enough? Do ya? There once was a ship that put to sea, and the name of the ship was the Billy O.T. The winds blew up her bow, dip down, oh blow, my belly boys blow. How soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum? One day when the tiniest tongue will take our leave and go. Ha! All right, the hearties, which you challenge me to a sword fight? Anyone here? Come on, don't be shy, stand right up. Come on now, what about you there? Or what about you lot down here? Fists in the air if you think you're brave enough. Ha ha! Alright, let's see what I've got to work with here. Who wants to challenge me? What about you, Missy? Would you like to challenge me? To bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the weatherman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum. One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. And now, on guard! Ha ha! Very good! Very nice.
Just look how interactive this show is. That is brilliant. It's great to see the shows back at Chessington World of Adventures. Leave your thoughts. Are you experiencing the summer festival? We want to know your thoughts.